Well, Green Bay beat New Orleans 34-0 to conclude Week 16. And before we get to a couple of games on the holiday weekend coming up, and that game was over before it started. What's surprising? This is the first shutout of the year, considering how many bad teams there are. Ironically, it was New Orleans, who, if you remember, the first 2 weeks of the season looked like they were going to be special. Derek Carr and Alvin Kamara were 2-0 before they got planted by the Philadelphia Eagles in New Orleans, and they weren't the same after they got exposed for being frauds. But who knew that New Orleans was going to be the first one shut out, considering the offense they displayed? They're 5-10. Do you realize that for a couple of games here and there, they were actually in consideration for a playoff berth? Because the division they're in, the NFC South, is pretty bad. So they're in division with Atlanta and Tampa Bay, and game or two here or there, they were actually in consideration, but they're now 5-10. And all the 10-loss teams do suck, but I thought they were actually borderline okay once upon a time, but this was bad. And the question is Green Bay a Pat stat in a team who beats up on tomato can whack second tier, third tier teams? Or are they a legit threat in the postseason because they have a losing record against top tier teams? So this is very interesting whether the Packers, I think Jordan Love and them are dangerous. I just think that they've been in those games. They should have probably beaten Detroit. They were in the games, a couple of them games they just lost. But make no mistake about it, Green Bay is a legit team. But some people are going to look at their 11-4 record and call cap. They're going to come with an asterisk because they think they only whoop up on whack teams, which they have. They did what they're supposed to do in that regard. They do spank up on whack teams. But, this game was so brutal. I don't even know why Monday Night Football even had this thing on. I mean, you had to know this was going to be a dog game. I mean, New Orleans checked out weeks ago. It's just really bad. And, it's been but it's surprising it's the first shutout when you consider how many bad teams there are in the NFL. I mean, really bad. I mean, they're starting quarterbacks that shouldn't even be allowed to play fantasy football from their couch, let alone get on the field. I mean, it's really brutal. But the Packers are going to be an interesting team in the postseason. We're going to find out if it's the hookup or they've been, some people got to like looking at them side-eyed. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do because I do think they can be a problem in the postseason. I do. And I think Jordan Love is the truth, so we're going to find out. But this is why the NFL season goes on too long. A team like New Orleans needs to be taken out of their misery. It's a shame they still got to play a couple more games because this was embarrassing beyond belief. And they get shut out this late in the season, not putting up the effort. They 5-10, but they haven't played even half that good. But anyway, tell me what you think about that Monday night game. Green Bay won 34-0. It was a weekend in Week 16. There's going to be a couple more games coming in the next few days. And Green Bay's for real. I think Green Bay's legit, but I think they do have to make a statement in the postseason because people are going to look like they stat padding wins. Anyway, please hit like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share the video if you like and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.